Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Avery, and I am the Executive Director of Quanta Change. So, it's that time of year, New Year's resolutions, new year, new you. Maybe you're doing some kind of challenge around decluttering or fitness or nutrition, something like that. If so, how's that going for you? Is it energizing and motivating and you're feeling good about it? Or are you feeling like it's harder than ever to push towards that kind of goal? Is it feeling like a struggle? Well, if it's the latter, it's not your fault. It's because that struggle comes from something called learned distress. And it's stored in your brain in a way that really makes it inaccessible to most of the ways that we try to bring about good change in our lives. So I'm doing 2 videos on this because there are a couple different elements of learned distress that are at play in this realm. So if you haven't, go back and listen to the first one about the struggle to deal with something that feels really wrong with you. And today we're going to deal with the struggle to reach goals and the learned distress involved in that. So learned distress is the Quanta Change term for the feeling that there's something wrong with you being just the way that you are. You absorbed it very early in life without any choice in the matter. And learned distress becomes the automatic generating force behind all of our negative situations and thoughts and feelings. And that really includes how we feel about an experience reaching for goals. So depending on which learned distress pattern you have, you can either feel that you have to continually work and push towards a new goal all of the time and achieve. And yet that can start to get really exhausting at some point. Or you might have the pattern that makes achieving goals, well, nearly impossible at times. It can kind of feel like you're trying to move forward and someone's grabbing the back of your shirt and trying to drag you backwards. So either way, it's exhausting and frustrating, right? So here's the problem with learned distress. It's stored at this very deep feeling level that really makes it inaccessible to your rational thinking brain. So unfortunately, you can't really just think differently or try to work a little bit harder to bring about change, because that doesn't change this deep feeling that there's something wrong with you that's generating these challenges and these negative ways that you feel about achievement and about trying to reach goals and your experience with trying to reach goals. In other words, you can't think or act your way out of your learned distress. But I have good news, because Quanta Change, the work that I've been doing for the last 23 years, was developed to access that deep feeling level and allow you to peel off layers of learned distress permanently. When you do, your core well-being expands to take the place that learned distress was sitting. So well-being is the feeling that you are just great being yourself. And the more space that feeling takes up inside of you, the more you have access to the well-being that allows you to achieve what matters to you more easily without the kind of Herculean effort that you may have experienced trying to get to goals, or you may find yourself achieving goals in a way that you've never been able to before. So this really is how Quanta Change works. This is what I've been seeing in my clients for more than 2 decades. So let me give you an example. Lots and lots of my clients have this experience. Everybody has this experience at some point with Quanta Change, where they just spontaneously clean something out. A garage, a closet, an email inbox. This is something usually that's felt impossible to them. It's been sitting there nagging at them and they have not been able to do it. One day they just wake up and it's effortless. and they didn't do anything to make it happen. They didn't plan it out. They didn't force themselves, hold themselves accountable to do it, or else give themselves a reward. Nothing like that. They just woke up and it was effortless. In fact, usually I'm hearing about it only when this has actually happened. They didn't bring it to me and say, I really need your help with this. It's just happened spontaneously, this thing that felt impossible for days, months, years even. So I have seen this kind of shift with achieving goals happen in every realm of life for people, including their personal life, their how they take care of themselves, their work, school, relationship issues in some way. Just about any part of life can really change in this way. So if you would like to experience this kind of change for yourself, the first thing to do is find out which one of the 6 learned distress patterns you have. They are called the idealist, the perfectionist, the optimist, the caregiver, the defeatist, and the dictator. And to do that, you're going to take a free, in-depth, scientifically validated personality test on my website. And I'm going to send you your report that shows you your pattern of learned distress and the kinds of positive change that people with your pattern tend to see from the Quanta Change process. So to do that, you're going to go to my website, quantachange.com. That's QUANTA change.com, and click on the free report button. So I hope you'll do that. Hope you'll go back and listen to the other New Year's resolutions video very recently. And I will be back soon with another way in which Quanta Change really can help you feel good being you. Thanks so much.